Emily and Jack had been looking for a quiet getaway. Their friends had told them about a secluded spot deep in the forest, perfect for escaping the hustle and bustle of city life. They packed their gear and headed out early one Saturday morning, eager to spend a weekend surrounded by nature. The drive was long, the road winding and narrow. Trees towered on either side, their branches forming a dense canopy overhead. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the sunlight grew dimmer, and an unsettling stillness filled the air. After several hours, they arrived at their destination. The clearing was beautiful, with a small lake reflecting the sky like a mirror. Emily and Jack set up their tent and spent the day hiking and fishing, enjoying the tranquility of their surroundings. As evening approached, they built a campfire and settled in for a cozy night under the stars. The serenity was interrupted when Jack noticed something strange. Across the clearing, half hidden by the trees, was an old trailer. It looked abandoned, its once bright paint faded and peeling, windows dark and lifeless. Curiosity gnawed at him. "Hey, Em, look over there," Jack pointed. Emily turned, squinting through the twilight. "What do you think is inside?" "Only one way to find out," Jack said, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. Emily hesitated, a shiver running down her spine. "I don't know, Jack. It looks creepy." "Come on, it'll be an adventure," he urged, already standing up and grabbing a flashlight. With a sigh, Emily followed him. The closer they got, the more ominous the trailer appeared. It seemed out of place, as if it had been dropped there by some malevolent force. Jack reached the door and gave it a gentle push. It creaked open with an eerie groan, releasing a puff of stale, cold air. "Hello?" Jack called, shining the flashlight into the darkness. There was no response, only silence. They stepped inside, the floorboards creaking under their weight. Dust particles danced in the beam of the flashlight. The air was thick with neglect, the smell of mildew and decay overpowering. The interior was cramped and cluttered, filled with old furniture and personal belongings that looked as if they hadn't been touched in years. Who would leave all this behind? Emily wondered aloud, picking up a faded photograph from a dusty table. It showed a family, a man, a woman, and 2 children, all smiling happily. Jack shrugged, rummaging through a drawer. Maybe they left in a hurry. As they explored further, a sense of unease grew stronger. There was something off about the place, something that felt wrong on a fundamental level. Emily's heart raced as she discovered an old diary hidden beneath a pile of newspapers. The pages were yellowed and brittle, the handwriting spidery and frantic. "Jack, look at this," she said, flipping through the pages. The entries detailed strange occurrences, whispers in the night, shadows moving on their own, and a pervasive feeling of being watched. The last entry was especially chilling. "We cannot stay here any longer. The shadows, they are alive. They whisper my name. They want something from us. We must leave before it's too late." As Emily read the final words, a cold breeze swept through the trailer, extinguishing their flashlight. They were plunged into darkness. "Jack, what's happening?" Emily's voice trembled. "I don't know." "Stay close," he replied, fumbling to turn the flashlight back on. When the light finally flickered to life, the trailer had changed. The walls seemed to pulse with a dark energy, and the air was thick with an oppressive presence. Shadows slithered along the walls, defying the beam of the flashlight. "We need to get out of here," Jack said urgently, grabbing Emily's hand. They rushed to the door, but it slammed shut with a force that shook the trailer. Panic set in as they tried to force it open, but it wouldn't budge. The shadows grew thicker, coalescing into a humanoid form that loomed in the center of the room. "Leave us alone," Emily screamed. But the shadow entity only moved closer, its presence suffocating. The air grew colder, their breath visible in the icy gloom. The entity's eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and a voice echoed in their minds, a guttural whisper that sent chills down their spines. "You have awakened us. Now you will join us." Jack and Emily were paralyzed with fear as the shadows enveloped them, their cold tendrils wrapping around their bodies, squeezing the breath from their lungs. Their screams were swallowed by the darkness. Days later, a search party found their campsite. The tent was intact, the firewood neatly stacked, but there was no sign of Emily and Jack. The only clue was the old trailer, its door ajar. Inside, the searchers found nothing but dust and decay. In an old diary lying open on the table, the last entry now written in fresh ink. "We cannot leave. The shadows, they are alive. They have taken us. We are one with them now." The trailer remains in the clearing, a silent sentinel of the forest's dark secrets. Those who dare to venture near say they can hear whispers in the wind, and sometimes, on moonless nights, they see shadows moving within, shadows that seem to watch, to wait, and to hunger for the next soul to awaken them.